So last week I released a video about how I think everyone should build their 3D printer stock first. That video was received two different ways. One, which was the most common response, is that thank you for saying this. Finally someone has said this. Great video. Thank you for taking the time for this. Overwhelming response was in that. But about 8%, going off likes and dislikes roughly, did not agree with that. I posted this on Facebook, mainly in the Folgertech 3D printing group. I'm pretty close with a lot of people there, and that's the main audience that I'm looking for, since that's the main printer that I use, and the G-Tech as well, but not as much. But I like the conversations that I have with the people in the Folgertech group, and I hope you all enjoy my conversations as well. But aside from that, again, with the small amount of people that did not agree were the people I was talking about. I'm not doing this video here to be snarky. I'm just here to say that I am not apologizing for my view. If you do not agree with my view, please unsubscribe. Don't watch my videos. I'm obviously not talking to you. My videos are not meant for you. I am learning 3D printing. Several people threw this out. I am not a professional 3D printer in any way. I am not an expert in any way. I have never said that in any video or any chat. That is just not me. I will not claim to be something I am not. I started 3D printing in May of 2016. At the time of this video, it is March 2017. I have not even been in the business for 1 year. I created this YouTube channel so that I could explore video editing, 3D printing, and learning, and hoping to share with things that I have learned in 3D printing. One of the things I have learned was the differences between people building a 3D printer. And there are three groups. Group number one are the people like myself at one point just getting into 3D printing, buying their first printer, asking all the questions that they can so that they can be most informed on what they want to buy. The second group are people that are purchasing their second or third 3D printer simply because they want to expand. Now, a lot of people would choose the Folgertech FT5 for its build size, and for this reason they choose it to be their second or third printer. Now, the second group are people that have several 3D printers or one, and they're looking to upgrade to something larger for larger scale prints. A lot of people would choose the Folgertech FT5. I fully support this. It is an excellent printer for the size, the stability, the price. That's why I got it. I fit into that group when I first bought it. I had my first 3D printer, the G-Tech Pursa i3, for about 2 months. Then I picked up the Folgertech FT5. Now, the third group are the people that were a little more outraged with what I had said, and those are more, they're tinkerers, they're makers, I threw out the term engineers. The reason why I pick on engineers is the same reason why people pick on analysts. They overanalyze everything. Engineers want to over-engineer everything they can. It's in their nature. I congratulate them for this because they can see things that not many other people can see. Now, in calling those people out, I did this for a reason. Simply because the most people that are buying it fit the first two categories that I talked about. Brand new people to 3D printing, or people that are fairly new to 3D printing looking to get a larger printer. Or not even fairly new. Some of those people have been around for a year, 2, 5 years. And they're just now looking at their second 3D printer and they're choosing the FT5. My videos are geared towards those two people. There's more reasons why I say build stock first. The biggest one is warranty for what you get in the FT5, okay? It's 30 days. If you deviate from anything that the manufacturer, Folgertech, has destined this printer to be, they can void your warranty right there. Now, granted, 30 days is not much. I understand that. I had a thermistor go out my first week. They replaced it. That was the one part I had that went bad on my FT5. A lot of people have had other issues. Missing screws. They broke some of the melamine. Some of the melamine came broke. I just saw one that the aluminum extrusion was bent in shipping. Guess what? Folgertech replaced all of those parts within 30 days. Now, someone also had just said that on day 37, their power supply went out. Folger Tech does not replace it. They gave them a link saying, hey, we recommend these ones, go buy one. That is how they want to do their business, and that is fine. If you don't start with the stock configuration and test out to make sure it all works, don't come to the Facebook group and complain that you're not getting a part replaced, because either A, you didn't ask them to replace it, or B, they said no because you didn't build with it how you were supposed to. Now let's address the issue on warranty. I think warranty has its place. I also think warranties are meant to be voided. I am a PC modder at heart, and not to boast, but here I am to cover CPU Magazine. I am all for voiding warranties and making something that is excellent. Don't think I'm anything other than that. But for everyone that I am gearing these videos towards, you need to start out with a stock setup and ensure your printer works. Run it for a couple hours. Run it for a few weeks. That way you know if something's going to fail. If it fails, it's going to fail within that time limit, especially if you put it through its paces. You might have a bad extruder gear, a motor might go bad wiring, thermistor, heater block, MKS board, power supply, fuses can go out. A lot of that stuff is easily replaced, but you already spent $500 on a 3D printer. Why spend more on replacement parts when they're covered by the warranty? It just doesn't make sense to me. I test out all of the PC parts that I used in all of my mods before I actually modded them. When I rip apart a power supply, I test it out for quite some time to ensure that it functions properly, because once I bust that case open and paint it, the warranty is voided. They no longer have any business with me, except when I make it look awesome, they come asking if they can post it on their website. Details. So I'm doing this video just kind of to clear the air on a lot of the issues that were brought up to me, and honestly, every conversation I had with everyone on Facebook or YouTube, thank you very much for replying. And it made my eyes open to a few things, but I still stand firm on my view with any kit 3D printer, especially the FT5. I really like the printer. I liked my i3 a lot, but once I got that, it is now my new baby. It is my workhorse. I print everything on it. It works well almost no matter what I throw at it. Another issue people brought up to me was upgrading. Well, you've done all these upgrades to yours. Yes. Over time, I ran the printer stock for 5 months. I found out certain issues with my printer for me, and I decided to do the upgrades. Several of the videos I've posted, you guys seen that I've done that. A big one is installing the 12-volt silicon heat pad, because I have the version 2 heated bed. Version 1 and version 2 were pretty horrible. If you have one of those versions of the FT5, you understand my pain. If you have version 3 or version 4 of the heated bed, not so much. They work out much better. Version 3 with a 24-volt power supply, it can make it work better for ABS, but it gets the PLA temps just fine. It is a little hard to solder. Version 4, there's no reason why you can't print anything up to PETG. Up to ABS, there's a little bit of issues getting over that 90C mark within a reasonable amount of time. I'm sure Folger Tech will make changes, but if it doesn't heat up in what you feel is an acceptable amount of time, return the printer is option number 1. It doesn't meet your expectations. That is always an option. I talked to John, who owns Folger Tech 3D Printing. He told me there's been one return in the several thousand printers that have been sold, one return. That's pretty good odds, I'd say. Or if you don't want to return the printer and you want to make it work better, you can do a modification to it. Another mod that I did was the E3D hot end. Well, I ran the stock for several months again, and I found that I wanted to be able to print faster, and I wanted to be able to print different materials at higher temperatures because I get the maker box. I didn't just do it because I felt like it. I had multiple reasons behind doing it. And the argument for the corner brackets is going to go on forever. I showed you how mine look after significant use. Now, I did talk to several people why they made the change was simply because they live in super humid areas like parts of Florida, and the humidity alone made them peel. And actually someone commented recently, asked me if mine do. I didn't reply yet, but no, they do not. You saw what mine looks like. You saw the indentation, which is almost none, on each of the melamine parts. Again, I will probably eventually upgrade to a metal kit. Do I think it's fully necessary for everyone to do it? Do I think it's necessary to do just to get good prints? Absolutely not. And that is one of the things that that group 3 of people are saying, and they are wrong. Flat out wrong. And I will stick by that forever. You do not need to buy a aluminum kit in order to make this printer work. So don't think that when you buy the FT5 that you have to spend another $500 to get it working. That is incorrect. If you want to make changes, do the changes that you think need to be done and that you understand why you're making the upgrades. Please upgrade away, mod away. That is what this whole maker thing is about. And I support that 100%. If you have any questions on how to do any modifications that I've already done, if I haven't done a video on it, I might eventually. You can ask me if I'll do one, or watch a video that I've already done. Again, I'm all for that. But you need to understand the baseline of your printer. And again, group 3, you guys go ahead and do what you want to do. You obviously know what you're doing. You've been around a long time. Please share what you're doing. Continue that. But don't make this stigmatism that you must do this in order to get the printer printing well. You need to do it for you to get the printer working well, not for everyone else. I will never say that you must do this because of this, you must do this because of that. I mean, maybe on the heated bed portion, but that's simply because the first versions were so bad, and most everyone that has those versions has upgraded. But if you're getting a newer version, it should be pretty good. Again, I don't work Folgertech, but what I'm told is that it's supposed to work out pretty well for anything up to about 90C. Anything over that, again, you might need to do something, add some cork tile underneath of it or some aluminum tape to try and reflect the heat back into it. But again, your mileage may vary. Again, I thought this video was necessary to kind of clear the air and to just state where I stand, and it is the same place. If this is not something you want to hear, by all means, unsubscribe and don't watch my videos. I am not in this YouTube business for you. I am in it for the people that are like myself, starting out, getting a second or third printer, want to do changes, understand the changes that they're making for themselves, not just because that's what everyone else is doing. And that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not doing something because everyone else is doing it. I'm doing it because I understand the reasoning behind it. So if you're that category 3, I'm probably not making videos for you. You're probably going to disagree with most of the things that I do because I'm not on your level flat out. I don't understand things the way you do. I'm an IT guy. I'm a tinker. I am not an engineer. I don't try to over-engineer any of these printers. Much smarter people put these things together than me. They designed this, and I applaud them. I applaud the people that can make their own 3D printer, just design it. I'm doing a Hypercube build, but I'm doing that from what the original guy, Tech2C, had designed it for. I might up the Z a little bit. But aside from that, I'm gonna make it pretty much just how he did, and then try and learn what I can do to improve it, if anything. There are 1,000 remixes out there for that printer. Why would I think any of them are better than the original? I have no idea, because I don't know. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and if you're one of the people that I am making videos for, thanks for watching. If you're not, if you disagree, please feel free to disagree. Dislike this video. Dislike the previous video that I put out, my little rant. Tell me why down below. I will interact with you. I'm not going to ignore a comment. I don't delete comments. So please leave a comment. Let's have a conversation about it. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why people shouldn't try a printer out before they do modifications to it. It's the same thing with a car. When you buy a car, you don't slap a supercharger on it right away. You make sure the car actually works. Because if you make a change, guess what? There goes your warranty. Unless it's in your warranty that you can do some of these changes, but it isn't. And because Folgertech is such a small company, they can't afford that luxury. That's just the way it is. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoy all the previous videos, and hope you enjoy all the videos that are yet to come. And as always, happy printing.